Illegal crossings at the southern border are down significantly, some 94% compared to this time last year, with Border Patrol officials crediting the Trump administration. This as the DEA doubles down on targeting transnational criminal organizations, recently seizing more than $200,000 worth of drugs and firearms. NewsNation's Jorge Ventura is live for us in San Antonio. So, Jorge, what is the latest on the ground?
Well, Nichole, I was just recently reporting in Eagle Pass and Del Rio, right on the South Texas border. That's an area that NewsNation has covered extensively, in an area that, on average, sees thousands of migrants cross illegally under the Biden administration. We were just in that area, and we didn't see a single migrant attempt to cross illegally. The crossings have absolutely plummeted across the southern border, but especially in South Texas. That area was averaging thousands of crossings per day. Now, less than 50. And for the entire southwest border, according to agents and officials, they're saying that crossings are down less than 300 per day. Around the same time last year, Border Patrol agents were averaging around 4,800 migrant encounters. Now, it's a mix of combinations here. It's Trump's executive orders on cracking down on illegal immigration, reinstating the Remain in Mexico policy, but also ending the catch and release policy under Border Patrol agents, where under the Biden administration, migrants were paroled into the country despite crossing illegally. It's also the administration's messaging on mass deportations are now all working in terms of deterring illegal immigration. And according to U.S. Border Patrol, groups of migrants in Mexico are now actually choosing to return back to the home countries rather than continue their journey up to the U.S. border. Migrants did cite the heavy security along the border and Mexico's containment efforts. I spoke with sources in Mexico who tells me that since President Trump did end that CBP 1 program, hundreds of migrants have now left Mexican border towns and started to return home. Now, this is also coming at a time where Border Patrol has now officially deputized Texas National Guard troops under Title VIII. So for the first time ever, Texas National Guard troops do have the legal authority to now detain and arrest migrants crossing illegally, now providing another layer of support for Border Patrol agents. But Nichole, I've been speaking with sources here in the U.S. and Mexico. They've been surprised of just how quickly those illegal crossings have plummeted. Now what authorities say that they'll be paying attention to is the smuggling attempts, as migrants who are still in Mexico might get desperate and now turn to smugglers to enter the U.S. illegally, but also now evade that detection. So something to watch for in these next couple months. But those illegal crossings have absolutely plummeted, and we got to see that firsthand in that Eagle Pass area, Nichole.
Well, at the top of this, Jorge, we saw that video there. We know law enforcement, taking down a major drug ring in Phoenix, back-to-back cocaine seizures there in Texas. How is this increased crackdown really impacting the fight against trafficking?
So I've been speaking with my sources in Mexico, and they say because of that heavy enforcement now by the Trump administration on the border, pay attention to the smuggling attempts in areas where authorities might not be or have covered or any border wall there. So we're already starting to see that. Now, this latest operation, this was in Phoenix. This was dubbed Operation Double Down. Authorities working with federal officials cracking down on a major transnational drug ring. This is once again out of Phoenix, Arizona, just showing you some of the latest crackdown. We're looking at some of those images now. This is a major transnational drug ring that was moving fentanyl, meth, heroin, and cocaine straight from Mexico and into Arizona. Authorities say that cartel-linked network smuggled carloads of drugs from border cities like Nogales and San Luis into Phoenix on a weekly basis. That operation did lead to a seizure of nearly 2 million fentanyl pills, 100 pounds of meth, as well as $100,000 in cash. Now, 25 suspects now were arrested and face charges after state prosecutors did secure arrest warrants. Investigators do say that this network was tied to smuggling routes in Mexico, but other states that included New Mexico and Colorado. And in South Texas, Border Patrol agents recently intercepted 120 pounds of cocaine in just one day, stopping 3 separate smuggling attempts worth millions of dollars. Officers say that those drugs were hitting and passenger vehicles flooded by K-19. So once again, those back-to-back seizures just showing you about the cartel-linked network still operating here in the U.S. This all comes after President Trump recently designated Mexican cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, Nichole.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.